Fletch Luxe Cards, and I want to talk to you today about how you personalise your cards. We like to think of our cards as sending more than just words. So when you send someone one of our cards, we know just how much this means to both the sender and the recipient. We truly believe that you're sending real heartfelt emotion, feelings and energy to the person that you created this card for. We know this because we see such beautiful personalised wording that customers are doing every day, and we can tell it comes from the heart and that they're sent to the most important people in your life. Everything from proposals to messages of love, support and sympathy. And even, don't tell anyone, but some quite raunchy, rude words. Or even just a simple message that says, I'm thinking of you, you matter. So I want to explain today all about how you personalise one of our cards online. These are some of the questions we get asked most often. So, can the cards be personalised? Can I say whatever I want on them? Can I have a foreign language? And the answer is yes to all of them. You 100% choose your wording. You type it, you lay it out, and we print it exactly as you decide. We also get asked, do you check spellings? And we don't check spellings. We can't actually second guess someone's wording. As some people do spell things differently for jokes, etc., or sort of in words, things you say amongst your family. And so for us to spell check things for you would actually be making your cards incorrect. So no, we don't spell check. We do exactly what you provide and ask for. Which is why we created our online personalizer, so you can say exactly what you want and you can see exactly what you want. And our job is just 100% perfecting what you've asked for. So let's look at that online personalizer now, and let's look at exactly how that works. Okay, so I've got my laptop and I am going to go on the online personalizer on the website and personalize a card with you. So we click on this button here, add your wording and colours now. So let's click on that, and that's going to open the online personalizer. And here we have it. This is it. So in this box here, this is where you'll see all your wording appear as you type. So let's follow the little steps starting from the top over on this right hand side. So the tag wording, top swirly font. You can see if you click on the hover over the question mark, we have 2 lines that we can use with a max of 30 characters. So I'm going to bear that in mind when I decide on my beautiful wording. But I want this to be from my wife, so I'm going to say happy birthday, okay, to my, and then on the next line, I'm going to press enter, move on to the next line. I want to say beautiful wife. Now you can see your wordings typed out there, but I want to change my W on my wife to be capitalised. So I'm just going to go back to my wording, delete the W, add a capital W, and you'll see the capital has appeared there. Happy birthday to my beautiful wife. Yeah, I like that. If you didn't want to write all that wording and you just wanted to say, for example, to my beautiful wife on one line, that's possible as well. So let me delete all that and we'll start again with that. So to my, let's just say to my wife. That's all I want to say on this. And I don't want it to be there. I want to move it a little bit. So if you press enter, it will move your wording up as if you're going to type on your next line. But if you don't want to do that, that's absolutely fine. You can leave the wording there, or you can press delete and it will take you back up to that line, but it will move your wording down slightly. So that's just a matter of layout and how you want. So to my beautiful wife, on your birthday. There we go. I'm quite happy with that. Let's move on to the next. So now I'm happy with that one. I'm going to move on to the next, which is the tag wording, the bottom in the simple font. We've got 25 characters per line, over 11 lines if you want to take us out how you feel. Okay, so I've got quite a good amount to write with here. So I'm going to say, to Betty, on your special day. And I'm going to move that onto the next line, on your special day. There we go, that looks nice. I also want to move the whole wording up a little bit. So I'm going to do an enter, and that's going to move my wording up, all right? As many times as you like for it to do it, to move it to get it up to a position where you want. This one is central, so that would be nice. If I just wanted a really short message, I don't really want to say too much, I'd leave it at that. Pressing enter helps you move your wording up or down on lines, which is quite a helpful little technique. So say you wanted to just write a really simple, quick message to Betty on your special day, but you didn't want it really at the bottom like that, that's no problem. You would just press enter, 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 enter until it was in the place you wanted. Or you can utilize the space you've got to say exactly what you feel. So let's go. To Betty on your special day, let's say, I love you more than words can say. Let's put a full stop and then let's do a paragraph because I want a space in between there. I love you more than words can say. You are my world. That's nice. Love. I'll be Jim today. Love Jim. Love Jim, and then on the next line maybe some kisses. There we go. So if you were happy with the wording that was on this, on your preview here, and that looks pretty nice to me, then you can go on to the next step. But if you're like, oh, I'm not happy with this, I want to move this up there because I don't want a gap, I don't want any gaps in my wording, then you play around with that and get that exactly as you want. And then we'll move it up a little bit by just doing some enter marks. But other than that, I'm quite happy with that. I think that looks beautiful. Then we're going to choose our ribbon colour. This isn't an exact representation of the colour, but it does give you an idea of how, for example, hot pink would look. Okay, so you can click on each of the colours, the ribbon colours, and it will show you how, what colour we will design the card in. And on certain designs, it's just the box bow tie that the card comes in that changes. And that's the same for this panache, but you can see it all being added there when I click on each of the colours. And on this one, I think let's go for red. We're feeling romantic today. Jim's feeling romantic to Betty. So yeah, I'm happy with that, happy with the design, beautiful. Inside wording, you get to choose whether you have, let me just delete that bit there. Let's get that one. You get to choose whether it's blank inside, to which we'll send your card with the blank inside for you to handwrite your own message, which is a very sweet thing to do, I think. Or you can have a printed message inside. And if you choose that, we will print whatever you write here. So you can see you've got an A4 sized sheet. Bear that in mind when you are writing, that this will be scaled up to A4. So even though your writing might look quite small here, this is actually quite big if you were to think of this zoomed up as a big A4 sheet. So we want it printed inside. We're gonna write the inside wording to be printed. Okay, so we write that in the box here. We have quite a lot of characters to play with here, so you can write a lot. So let's just say happy birthday. Now you can see this wording is absolutely huge and we don't want it to be that huge once we do that. So we're going to change this because if you remember, this is going to be scaled up to an A4 sheet. So about that size is okay for me. I'm happy with that. And you can write anything you want here. We have verses written, we have poems, we have really sweet things written inside. Love your ever loving hubster, Jimmy. The next line, let's do some kisses. Maybe on the next line, some more kisses. You know, you play around with that as you feel. And once you're happy with your wording, you can change the font for the inside and see how it looks. So you can see I've changed it to the swirly font. It's made it slightly smaller. So I will up that slightly on this occasion, just because I do want it a little bit bigger. I'm remembering that this will be A4. It's not this tiny little square that we see on the screen now. It's going to be A4, so it's going to be printed at a reasonable size. I'm quite happy with that. So now I'm happy with my front wording. I'm happy with my inside wording. I'm going to select whether I want to add a GIF to the order. So add a matching GIF with this order. If you don't take them, and that's fine. If you're nosy and want to have a look through, you can click on them and it will show you the various gifts that we offer. Ticking them, by the way, will add them to the product and obviously increase the price as you go. So don't forget to take them off if you don't want them. But in this case, I'm gonna have a mug. That's really nice. I'm gonna have a classy and fabulous red mug with this design. And it's updated my price accordingly. That's the total for everything. And then if I was to add to cart now, it wouldn't let me because I've not picked the final option. But this just happens, so we're not eager to just add to basket without filling in all the correct bits and bobs. So how do we send? How do you want this card sending? We can choose to have it sent to you, so it's just packed, like ready to be delivered to you, or we can choose direct to recipient. Direct to recipient is where we get the item ready to be gifted. It is like packed accordingly, so the recipient receives it without a receipt in the box. They receive it with the ribbon bow around the box already, like a gift, so that they're not receiving a card with the box bow tie inside the box and then they'd have to slot it on, etc. It's sent like a gift, ready to open. So on this occasion, I don't want this going directly to Betty, my wife. I want it sent to me because I want to get it, I want to hide it and give it to her myself on her birthday. So I'm going to say send to me. And I think that's everything. I'm happy. I'm going to add that to cart. It's saving now to cart, so we receive exactly those instructions that you've put on there. And you've just got to give it a few seconds to count down, depending on your Wi-Fi speed. Get it up to 100% and that will add to the cart. Okay, so now it's in the cart. You can see it has added the product there. It also shows my personalisation there. We can see that. It tells me everything. Let's have a look. Don't worry here that this wording is it's got the Y there. Just make sure it looks good on your proof, because the page could be scaled down somewhat. So that looks beautiful as long as the proof is good and you're happy with the proof. If you're not sure and you can't remember, the previews here are here. So you've got the preview of your outer and the preview of your inside wording. So let's just take a quick look at that just to make sure. Did I get it right? Is it everything I want? To my wife, on your birthday, to Betty, on your special day, I love you more than words can say, you are my world, love Jim, kiss, kiss, kiss. So yeah, we're happy. We're happy with that. And you can just close that down there. And let's have a look at the inside while we're here. It's best to get these things right. Happy birthday to my gorgeous wife. Love your ever-loving hubster, Jimmy, kiss, 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 kiss. Yeah, happy with that. So we could then check out with this in the usual way. If you were not happy with the wording at this point and you wanted to change it, you would have to actually delete this product because you no longer want this product, and you would press delete, and then you would have to go through filling out the wording so it's correct again on the actual order. But if you are happy with what you did, you can then go to checkout and check out in the usual way. And there we go. So that's that. I'm not actually going to check out on this instance today. And that's it. It really is as simple as that. Your order will then fly its way across to us. We will receive your proofs, your previews exactly as you have asked for them to be made, and we will lovingly print and hand make your beautiful design. So now you know exactly how to order your personalised card with your own wording in it, exactly as you want, the colour choices you choose, and then shipped exactly as you need it. You can also see our stunning range of matching gifts, and I hope this video helped you. I have created a blog post that gives you some really helpful wording options and suggestions and advice on what to include. I think it will help, so I'll link that in the comments or the description, depending where you're watching this. If you do have any questions, let me know. Let me know in the comments. Or share your wording with us, because we love to look through people's wording and we're always giving people suggestions. So if you are stuck, you're not sure what to say, send us what you've got. Let us know the person's personality and we can come up with some great wording suggestions for you. And that's it from me for today.